Hello. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I'm feeling grateful that Shabbat is falling between the snowstorms. And just as we welcome in the angels to help us celebrate Shabbat, it's great to welcome everyone who's here with us for Zamru Services. This particular Shabbat is called Shabbat Shirah, the Shabbat of Song, because tomorrow we will read in the Torah the song that Moses and then Miriam and the women sang after they crossed the Red Sea. And I feel like when we enter in Shabbat, we're coming from the narrow places of our week to the expansiveness of Shabbat, and I hope that we can open up some of those narrow spaces from the week and let go of them and just join together in song this Shabbat Shirah, this Shabbat of song. If you haven't been to Zamru before, we're so glad you're here tonight. If you made an extra special effort to be here tonight, we're so glad you're here. And just try to sing along the best you can. Doesn't really matter if you know the words or if you don't sing that well. Just sing or clap along the best you can. We're going to continue our service on page 11, the Chuna Randana. Page 12 at the arrow. Arba'im Shana.
Asher nishbati
in honor of the special Torah reading this week and in honor of the song that Moses sang after crossing the Red Sea, we're going to continue now with the words that are at the top of the first page of your handout. Ozi v'zimratya vayhi li lishua, taken directly from this week's Torah portion. It's translated here, my strength with the song of God will be my salvation. And this melody written by Shefa Gold is one where she really thinks about how you need both strength and song in order to have salvation. A lot of different songs that are connected to this moment of crossing the sea and celebrating it. Many are very joyful. And when I was trying to decide what we should sing tonight, I felt like a song like We Rise, which captures a kind of strength and a spirit of endurance and resilience and even protest, felt more right this year. So please join us in We Rise. It's also on page 1 of the handout.
Humbly hearted, rise, won't be divided, rise, with Spirit to guide us, rise, in hope, in prayer, we find ourselves here, in hope, in prayer, we're right here, in hope, in prayer, we find ourselves here, in hope, in prayer,
stay with our handouts. We're going to turn to page 2. This next song, Ashura Shira, reminds me of Az Yashir Moshe because it starts with the words, I will compose a song. And it's really focused on the gift of the Torah and talks quite a lot about Moses as our shepherd, our teacher, as the one who received and gave us that beautiful inheritance of the Torah. We turn back to our prayer books to page 21. Please rise as you are able for Mizmor LeDavid.
Adonai,
welcome in Shabbat with the words and the melodies of Lecha Dodi. We're on page 23. The first melody we're going to sing tonight is new to Zamru, written by a wonderful rabbi and composer from my home state of Ohio, Lecha Dodi.
Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad Hishvianu el hamiyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad L'shemo tiferet v'litila Lecha Dodi Shabbat lechu v'nelcha Ki mikor haberacha Merosh mikedem nesucha Sof maseh v'machashavat tchila Lecha Dodi Mikdash melech hir melucha Kumitzei mitoch ha'afecha Ramalach shevet v'yemek habacha V'hu yachmol alayich emla Lecha Dodi Hinari me'afar kumi Livshi b'dei tifartech ami Al yad ben Yishai beit alachmi Korah al nafshi ge'ala Lecha Dodi Mikrat kala B'nei Shabbat v'kabela Lecha Dodi Mikrat kala B'nei Shabbat v'kabela Hitorri, Hitorri Kiva orech
of the things that I really love about Shabbos is that it comes whether you're ready or not. You know, there are other things like in your life that maybe you want to do, you want to get to, but you just like don't quite get to them. But Shabbos comes, no matter what, whether you're ready or not. So we're going to join together and sing this beautiful Yiddish song, Shabbos, 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 Shabbos. It's on page 3 of your handout, and it talks about the light and the joy and the peace that we hope Shabbos will bring. Shabbos, 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 soll sein jeden Shabbos. Shabbos soll sein, Shabbos soll sein, Shabbos auf der ganzen Welt. Lichtig, 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 soll sein jeden lichtig. Lichtig soll sein, Shabbos auf der ganzen Welt. Freilich, 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 soll sein jeden freilich. Freilich soll sein, lichtig soll sein, Shabbos auf der ganzen Welt. Shalom, 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 soll sein jeden shalom. Shalom soll sein, freilich soll sein, lichtig soll sein, Shabbos auf der ganzen Welt. Anyone have another 2-syllable word? Freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom. Soll sein jeden Freedom. Freedom soll sein, Shalom soll sein, freilich soll sein, lichtig soll sein, Shabbos auf der ganzen Welt. One more? Snowflakes. Snowflakes, 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 snowflakes. Soll sein jeden Snowflakes. Snowflakes soll sein, Freedom soll sein, Shalom soll sein, freilich soll sein, lichtig soll sein, Shabbos auf der ganzen Welt.
I was going to say football.
That's what Noah would have said if he was here. Good Shabbos, everyone. I found myself thinking this Shabbat really about the song that Moses sings, as Yashir Moshe, after the crossing of the sea. And because I was trying to pick different melodies to sing tonight. And, you know, you have the Disney version. You know, have anybody's watched The Prince of Egypt? It's very joyful. Ashira, 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 da 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 da. And then you have like Ozi, right? You have all these different melodies that really, I think, evoke different moods or different emotions. And I found myself thinking all week, how was it that our ancestors felt when they got to the other side of the sea, when they had fully crossed over on dry land and the sea had closed on the enemies that had tormented them? How did they feel? Did they feel ready to sing? Or did they feel many different complicated feelings? I tried to imagine it, and I was trying to think of anything that I could compare it to in my own life experience. And I actually couldn't think of anything that I personally had experienced, but there were 2 things that came to mind. I don't know if anyone here is old enough to have been alive when World War II ended. If anyone here, in their own lived experience, experienced the kind of dancing in the street that you would see in movies or that you would read in books or that you would hear about, but that image of how people poured into the streets, especially in occupied Europe after they were freed, is one of the images that kind of came to mind for me. But the other image that came to mind for me was some of the images of reunification that we are seeing when the hostages are returned. We're seeing these very powerful embraces between families. And then what I've been hearing is there's a singing of all kinds of different songs, because there's a mixture of joy, but also sadness, and also yearning, like not all the, and so I was trying to imagine for myself, after serving as slaves in Egypt, and then after all 10 of the plagues, including the killing of the firstborn in every Egyptian household, after actually leaving with their unrisen dough and then standing at the shore of the seas and then seeing that Pharaoh and his army were coming after them, and then the sea splits and then they cross, And then they get to the other side. How did they feel? And so I just want to open it up. I'd be curious, if you use your imagination, if you use your own lived experience, what are some of the things that you imagine our ancestors felt at that moment before they sang? What'd you say? Vulnerability. They felt vulnerable. What'd you say? Wonder.
Relief, when they saw them down the
Relief. What other feelings might they have had? Fear. Yeah. I mean, they had crossed, but then where were they? They had no home. Right. What was next?
incredulity.
Incredulity. Okay. I'll have to look that one up in the dictionary. Yeah. Awe. So it's not obvious to me that the feeling they felt was simply joy, like unadulterated joy. Like you feel when you're dancing at your own wedding or at the wedding of a good friend or the wedding of like a close relative, right? I think they must have felt so many different things. And so when you think about all those emotions and then you think about this prayer that we do have in the morning service, we take that whole song and we put it in the morning service. It's at the part of the service where a lot of people haven't gotten here yet, and sometimes even when you're here, we don't say it, okay? But it's there, all of it. Az Yashir Moshe B'nai Israel, and so Moses and the people of Israel, they sang, and they were, but if you look at the prayer very closely, it has 3 lines in it that made it into our prayer book as solo lines. The Mi Chamocha prayer being one of the most famous, who is like you, O God. But there's a whole lot of text that did not make it into our prayer book in our regular prayers. It's almost as if, like, if you look at the song, most of it is talking about the historical experience of being pursued and then the enemies being drowned in the sea. And that doesn't make it into the blessing after the Shema. That doesn't make it into the Amidah prayer. What makes it in are words like Mi Chamocha. And we're going to sing Mi Chamocha together in the second part of our service. It's one of the blessings that we sing after the Shema. The Shema is, of course, like really the high point of the service when we declare our love for God and God's love for us. And it's preceded first by a prayer that's about light and creation, then a prayer that's about love through the gift of Torah. Then we sing the Shema, and then we come to Mi Chamocha, and the blessing is about redemption. And then at nighttime, we also have this blessing of peace. And so when we get to the Mi Chamocha prayer tonight, I want you to think about what were all the emotions in the moment when this full song was sung, and why of all of the emotions is the line that we sing one of wonder and awe. Why is it about, not even about redemption or vengeance or safety or what it could, but just who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you? We're going to continue now with the Ma'ariv service. Please rise as you are able for the Baruch Hu. I'm looking for the page.
Page 39.
Page 39.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMivorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMivorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMivorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated.
Umavir yom umevi laila umavdil bein yom uvein laila Adonai tzavot shemo elachai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Hamariv Aravim.
We turn now to the words in our handout, Ahava v'rachamim chesed v'shalom and introduction for the Shema. Continue with the blessing on the bottom of page 40, leading up into the Shema on page 41.
ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'b'shochbecha u'b'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'v'isharecha. Adonai Elohechem emet.
You turn to page 44 for Mi Chamocha.
Mi chamocha b'lim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kol
like you, adorned in holiness, revered in praise, working wonders. Your children recognized your sovereignty as you split the sea before Moses. This is my God, they responded, and said, Adonai will reign forever and ever. ונאמר, כי פד אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. We turn our hearts towards a prayer for peace. We're going to sing Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, which is found on our handouts on page 3.
Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam.
Brian Jr., I'm wondering if you'd be willing to come lead with Shomrei with me. Brian's here as kind of our next upcoming bar mitzvah.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to give him a little extra practice. His bar mitzvah, please rise as you're able, page 46. His bar mitzvah is going to take place during our May Zamru service. And the next day.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורות ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורות ברית עולם. Bnei Israel, oti leolam, oti leolam, oti leolam. Veshamru bnei Israel et hashabat, לעשות את השבת לדורות ברית עולם. Bnei Israel, oti leolam, oti leolam, oti leolam. Veshamru bnei Israel et hashabat, לעשות את השבת לדורות ברית עולם. ונהיה שבעים, אשם אדוני, עשה אדוני, את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ברית עולם. ביום השביעי שבת ויהי נחש, שבת ויהי נחש,
continue with the Chatzi Kaddish on page 46, which leads into the silent Amidah. We can recite the words on the page or tune into the words in our heart, and we face east towards Jerusalem.
Yitkada v'yitkada Shomrei Rabbah Be'amad yirach yirtei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechonu v'yomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael Bagala Bagala uv'izman karim v'yimeru amen Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'am u'le'amei amaya yitbarach yitbarach ve'yishtabach v'yitbar v'yitrom
rise for Aleinu L'Shabeach. We're on page 56. Aleinu L'Shabeach Adon HaKol, Latet Gedula Liotzer Breshit, Shelo Asanu Kegoye Haratzot, Velo Samanu Kimishpachot Adama, Shelo Sam Chalkenu Gahem, Vegoralinu Kechol Hamonam, Vanachnu Korim, Umishachavim Umodim, Lifnei Melech, Malchei Halachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Kakatuv v'toratech Adonai yimloch le'olam ba'ed. V'nemar v'haya Adonai melech al kol haaretz. Vayom hahu yeh Adonai echad. U'shemo Please be seated. In a moment, we're going to continue with the Mourner's Kaddish on page 58. First, I want to acknowledge that Lois Waldman is here tonight with her son and daughter-in-law. They're still in the 30-day mourning period after the death of Seth Goodchild, so you should be sure to offer them words of comfort. And I also want to acknowledge that there are many people here tonight who have yard sites who are marking the anniversary of a loved one's death that happened at this time in years past. We call to mind Catherine Kangi Alosi, Howard Ehrenreich, Korosh Ezati, Joseph Gordon, Miriam Krohn, Jenny Lieblang, Rachel Nachman, Bernard Newman, and Abraham Ruchatsky. May their memories be for a blessing. Mourners and those observing a yard site, please rise for the Mourner's Kaddish on page 58. Yitzkadal v'yitzkadash shemei Rabba, v'alma tivera kirutei v'amlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei zechol beit Yisrael, b'agala u'vizman kari v'yomru amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha brichu, Leila min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata damiran b'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlam rabba min shemaya, b'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imrumav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. Please be seated. I have a few just quick announcements. First of all, everyone is welcome to stay for our potluck Shabbat dinner. We need you to bring your chair to the table before you go get your food. And tomorrow morning, of course, we'll be celebrating Shabbat with our Torah study at 8:45 and services at 9:45. And also a very special simcha for the community. Susanna and Travis are going to be naming their daughter, Frankie. I won't tell you what her Hebrew name is till tomorrow. At services, and then celebrating with the whole community with a luncheon. We're so glad that we have 3 grandparents here to celebrate with us tonight and tomorrow. So everyone is invited to come to this baby naming. You should come back tomorrow for services.
Even if you just come for Kiddush.
Yes. Just for Kiddush is okay. We'll still tell you what the baby's name is. And because we're expecting another snowstorm Saturday night into the evening, we've decided to cancel the Minyan on Sunday morning and to postpone the worldwide wrap until the first Sunday in March. You should have received an email about that, but just keep that in mind. And there's other good things that you'll hear about or you'll see announcements about later. We're going to conclude our service with Adon Olam, followed by Kiddush. We're going to sing this melody that we're starting to learn or remind of ourselves that it's going to be part of Shabbat B'Yachad on February 22nd. If you need the words to Adon Olam, I don't need a grape juice, thanks. We're going to, but that does remind me, actually, I want to thank all the people in the service. That's Oren's daughter. And we're so glad that Pete is here with us for the second time on percussion. And, of course, Susanna and Adam and Talia for leading the service. Okay, Adon Olam, if you need the words, is found on page 211. We're going to sing just the beginning and the end, so keep you on your toes. Hey ya, 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 oh. Hey ya, 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 oh. Hey ya, 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 oh. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem kol Yitzir Nivra, Li'ei Nasa v'chasam kol, Azai melech shemo nivra. Hey ya, 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 oh. Hey ya, 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 oh. Hey ya, 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 oh. B'yado devon, b'yado aki bruchi, b'yeti shan me'ayira, b'imruchi k'biyati, Adonai li velo ira. Hey ya, 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 oh. Hey ya, 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 oh. Hey ya, 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 oh. Please rise for Kiddush. Would you be willing to make Kiddush for us tonight, Michael? Yeah, from where you are? The words? You know what page it's on?
76.
Yeah, just start in Baruch Atah.
Zikaron
second, it was because I was like, oh cool, I'm like, I can actually do something creative. And then I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I also have to keep doing it. Yeah. saw something about that on like Facebook or something.